strut and strip. Men love a good show. So why not put on your favorite strip-worthy tune and give him something to think about later. Tell him you can look, but he cannot touch, as you're slowly disrobing yourself, and you're doing it temptingly with a dance for your man. According to my people, he's Brocos, rocks your world. These names that I give this joystick are usually very crazy and funny to the ears. Really get into it. You can't be doing foreplay and you're not into it. Because one of the ways to give your man the hottest sex ever is to get into it. Show him you're all about his pleasure by being vocal, maintaining eye contact, and letting him see that you're having a good time on his body. I love eye contact, but sometimes it can be really intimidating and it can make me shy. I need to remember every woman here that our goal here is to give our men, our good and strong men, a slice of heaven here on earth. And that's to say that when he comes home, he's coming home to his peace, okay? Not to turmoil, not to war. You're his peace as long as he's good to you. You give him all that he deserves and some more, especially if he's providing for you without questions asked. Don't be afraid to show him that you know how to please yourself. This isn't the 1940s. In fact, men are highly visual and love watching their partners, their women, touch themselves in front of them. "27 moves to get a guy mad horny with ease." So, if you want to drive your guy crazy in bed, then you have come to the right place. Because in this video, you will learn some foreplay ideas for him and watch him go from serene to insane in a matter of minutes. Are you ready? See, it's a common thing to see some women pay less attention to foreplay because some myths over the years tend to make us think that men don't need foreplay as much as we do. For men, evolution has taught their boxes to go stiff as soon as they see an opportunity with a woman. But is it always true? Is it? Or could knowing some foreplay ideas for him be all it takes to move things to another level? Now, at the start of some relationship, all a guy needs is a flash of his girlfriend's skin to get ready for action. But as time goes on, things can get rather repetitive and obviously boring. And of course, when there is no novelty anymore in that relationship, which usually is the case for most relationships fixated on just sex, you definitely need to start focusing on his mind more than his little head in between his legs to keep him pretty much excited in bed. So you will have to start thinking of ways to give your man something extra special to think about by indulging in those foreplay moves for men that can get him to appreciate your body and exercise his, sexual mind at the same time. Now, ladies, before we dig in, I need you to know, I need to say this: never sidestep foreplay if you want to keep things hot. As much as men, I think, usually stray from foreplay, not giving it too much attention in that relationship that it deserves in the bedroom is very detrimental to your relationship. Yeah, everyone needs to be warmed up before embarking on a heart-racing activity. Without foreplay, you would basically be a car without an engine, nothing to warm you up. That's why foreplay ideas are so important for you in this video. Foreplay increases sexual tension, it builds it up and turns you on. And you see, it has less to do with sex and more to do with connection and intimacy. So you must never rush it. You mustn't. Penetration at the end of the day is really just a small fraction of the entire concept of sex. And I keep saying this. It is. It is not about the destination, it's about the journey. And the major part of the journey is foreplay. The destination is the penetration. So if you want to arouse your man and get him interested in foreplay, here are a few really good foreplay moves for men that work like charm. First, above all that would have been said and done here, I would advise that you learn to get him to appreciate your body, desire you, and feel lucky to have you with these moves for men. Okay? When a woman is sexually unpredictable, a man tends to be in awe of her. So how you can be unpredictable is by putting his horny mind to work. And with that, he will always get aroused by you and your dirty talk at any given point in time. In less than a minute, you see him, when he sees you, he's just getting aroused because you're all that and a bag of chips. So let's get into it without waste of time. Number one, play dress up for him. When last did you play dress up for your man? When last did you do that? Ladies, don't get your man so used to seeing you naked around the house. Every time you're naked, you're going to prepare this, you're naked. You're going to the toilet, you're naked. You're in bed, you're naked. You don't want him to get familiar with seeing your nakedness all day, that he has seen you finish. Nothing left, nothing mysterious. No, leave room for him to long for your nakedness, to see it when you enter into the shower to take a bath, and to come out to rub cream all over your body in a feminine way. Don't just rub your cream, like you're fighting with your skin. Take time to rub yourself. Take time. That's if you have the time. For me, that I have all day. I work at home. I'll take my time and rub. As if you're caressing yourself. You rub everywhere. Get used to it. That's how I rub my cream. I don't rub, I just take my time and I rub it like I'm loving up on my skin. So don't be rubbing it as if you're fighting with your skin. Take your time. Then cover up for most part of the day. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't wear bare minimum if that's what you're comfortable doing. And that also doesn't mean that he can't get turned on by you when you wear bare minimum. So with foreplay in mind, dress up for him and put on, mad lingerie. Because the sexier you look, the longer he would want you to keep your lingerie on as he touches all over you. Do you get what I mean? Men are visual. I will keep ringing that. And for all of you Nigerian women who still tie wrapper around your chest just because why? Don't do it. Those are for our mothers back in the days. Now, no tying of wrapper. I don't care if you're breastfeeding. Find something, if you're a new mother and you know that your boobs are sore or you're not feeling it, then we can understand that. But don't stay there for long. After you've healed and everything, go back to your sexy lingerie or go back to your sexy housewear, your bum shorts, all of that good stuff. Because as a matter of fact, you need to be feeding your man with good sight. He doesn't want to be woken up seeing you strutting around the house with wrapper around your waist. Why? That's not how he saw you when he married you. That's not how fascinated he was with you when he first met you. Feed his eyes. Because sometimes for a man, all you need is a new look to get the blood flowing to his loins. And this is one of the best foreplay ideas for him to hit the spot. Do you get what I mean? Number two, because we've spent so much time on number one. If he's a type that likes to wind up during the week, on Fridays especially, at a nightclub, then I say go clubbing with him and grind with him. Foreplay doesn't always have to start in the bed. At times, a club can be the perfect setting to make his pants bulge and tighten for several hours at a go. I'm exaggerating, because half the time, if we want to be honest, when you're at the club, the air is almost always filled with sex and lust. And as boring as your sex life can seem, you bringing your man to a crowded club with sexy people all around will always get his hormones raging. So once you start grinding him, there's little he can do to avoid that raging erection right there between his legs. Number three, go take a class in massage. Because you will need it in your marriage. Why? Because a massage is a perfectly sensual way to give him a happy ending at the end of the day. So if you do have an idea on how to massage your man's body, that's cool. I mean, there are lots of lessons on YouTube if you don't know how to. Bring out your massage oils and scented candles. Talk sexily as you stroke him and move your body against him. And all he would want to do is to have it shoved inside your warmth, juicy part. Number 4, try to recreate sexual fantasies that are not detrimental to your relationship, because I know some fantasies are weird. So when both of you just sleep into the bed, talk dirty with your man. This is one of the foreplay ideas for him that doesn't even involve touch. Just sit close to your man and whisper about the first time that he touched you, that he kissed you or played with your boobies, or just remind him about how both of you felt when you first had sex together. Listen, what you're doing to him is that you're dirty talking him and reminding him of the nasty things that you both have done. Believe it when I say that dirty talk has a great impact on a man's libido. It creates a sexy world of imagination with limitless possibilities that can lead to a mad adrenaline rush even before he gets inside of you. So you can do this when he's miles away from you so that you get that full effect of him craving you in your absence. All right. Number 5, another form of foreplay that can help bond both of you together is having a bath together. If both of you are not particularly in the mood for a fancy night out in town, just sleep into the bathtub and relax in each other's arms. Bring out those scented candles and wear a sheer cotton shirt in the tub. Let the water soak it all in and reveal what's beneath that shirt before revealing it all to him. Now, do not focus on making love right away, all right? That's not a plan. Instead, just play with each other's bodies in the bathtub. It will be a perfect round of foreplay to revive him after a long day at work. And this is something that you do if he's had a really, really busy day at work. I need to remember every woman here that our goal here is to give our men, our good and strong men, a slice of heaven here on earth. And that's to say that when he comes home, he's coming home to his peace, okay? Not to turmoil, not to war. You're his peace as long as he's good to you. You give him all that he deserves and some more, especially if he's providing for you without questions asked. Make sure that you provide for him emotionally. Provide his emotional needs without questions asked. Even if you're married to a man who wants sex 5 times in a day, give it to him. That's if your coochie is not going to pepper you. It's not going to hurt you. Okay? Number 6, show him public display of affection. So we're done clubbing, right? Now, after dinner or maybe a few hours of clubbing, try to indulge in a bit of foreplay by making out in a car, either in a parking lot or on a lonely spot on the way back home. What you're doing is that you're building up that sexual tension so that he will want to get home and do something about that hard on in his pants. See, public displays of affection are always a huge turn on for some guys, because there are some guys who are pretty much shy and they don't like public display of affection. So maybe while driving and there is a traffic on your way, you could just reach out in between his legs and give him a rub till he's rock solid. And do that till when the red lights show green. You know, you just made his heart race, right? Right? And what that means is that you may hardly reach your doorstep before he slams you against the wall for a deep, raunchy kiss and smooshes. All right? Number 7, snap your memories. Now, this one is for the married ones, because it's sort of risky if you do it with a man who is just a boyfriend to you. And I don't even think I would want my nude in anyone's camera at all, married or not, because someone might just hack into your phone, boom, you're back to the days of Adam and Eve in a garden in public. Everyone's seeing your nudity. But I will still put it out here. If you're crazy enough to do it, take out your phone or use a camera and get all wild with it. Sext him. You could send him a naked photo of you when he's on his way home. Or when both of you are in bed, you could hand him a camera and ask him to take a few pictures of you when you're nude and doing something dirty to him. That's for the crazy ones. But make sure these photos will always stay safe and away from prying eyes by deleting them right after the fun and games are over, because ain't nobody trusting nobody like that to keep any nude pictures of me. After the game, get the phone and delete that, period. Number 8, let's talk about role play. Role play is the perfect idea of foreplay to keep your man in a mood without focusing on sex. All you need to do is just dress up as his favorite fantasy character and tease him. So if he likes a night nurse or a maid in, that uniform, then dress like it. You could even tie him up or just let him explore with his eyes or tied hands all over your body without undressing you. Listen, when a woman goes as far as recreating her man's secret fantasies, it becomes one of the sexiest foreplay moves for men. But also, it should only be fantasies that are healthy to your relationship. Don't go and be creating, any threesome fantasy. Like, why would you even have that kind of fantasy as a man, as a child, not even as a man, as a child of God? Please, let's be guided. We're not of this world. Okay? Number 9, you need to show him a sexy secret of yours. Now, this is what I mean by sexy secret of yours, right? Dress sexy when you go out, or even if you're at home with a few friends, but don't wear a bra. Or for the busty ones, please wear a bra, all right? But no pants. Do something outrageous. Even if no one else can see it, just do something outrageous. And out of the blue, just move closer to him and whisper your little secret in his ears that you're not wearing a bra or an underwear under your skirt. And it doesn't matter if it's not obvious to everyone else. What matters is that your man knows your secrets, your sexy secrets. Or you could take him to a corner where you won't be caught, but possibly can be caught. And then you guide his hand to your pantless underlegs. Let him press against your glory and feel how moist you are. That's if you can easily get moist. Now, the chances are that he will be in the foreplay mood almost as soon as he hears or feels your secret. Okay? Number 10, you must know that to turn a guy on, everything is in his head. Everything. While physical attraction may be important, right? It also takes a few mind games to seduce your man once you've been in a relationship for a while. So just make him feel like what you're doing is sexy, and he will always get aroused by you, because you know what? Sexual arousal is usually the first step in a successful foreplay. Number 11, start early. Here's the thing. Many women start foreplay when they get into the bedroom, but you don't have to always, all right? In fact, build up the foreplay in the moment you feel horny. If you're at work and you have a sudden sexual thought of him, send him a naughty text or photo. He will get the message. So, of course, you will see him later tonight, but the point is, he's now warming up for it, just as you are. Number 12, touch yourself in front of him. You're a woman with sexual needs too. Don't be afraid to show him that you know how to please yourself. This isn't the 1940s. In fact, men are highly visual and love watching their partners, their women, touch themselves in front of them. Okay? You don't have to be naked. You can even start rubbing yourself over your panties. Do what makes you feel good and what makes you feel comfortable and sexy, and you will be performing one of the best foreplay ideas for your man. Number 13, lick those lobes. The earlobes are full of sensitive nerve endings stimulated by, gently nibbling, sucking, or licking. So it's best for you to take advantage of them, honestly. Start by kissing him, moving away from his lips to his cheeks, and slowly making your way up to his earlobes. He would love it. Now, don't nibble or suck too hard. It's supposed to stimulate his senses, not make him feel he's been through a wind tunnel. Okay? Take your time and be as gentle as you can. Number 14, use your hands everywhere. Remember, our bodies are packed with sensitive areas stimulated by touch. And these are typically our erogenous zones, such as our necks, our thighs, our ears, our twin towers, So when learning the best foreplay moves for men, make sure to take advantage of these zones. Don't be shy. Move your hands all over his body. Grab his arms, grab his ass, run your nails through his hair, or gently just drag your man's hair. That's if he has hairs back. If he's bald, just be rubbing the bald head, The head is very sensitive. Take advantage of it and play with it. Number 15, play around with your kissing technique. Now, the reason why people don't like foreplay is that they become bored with just making out. Well, of course, you can make it not boring. All you have to do is add a couple of tricks into your kissing routine and you're good to go. Now, this is one of the foreplay ideas for him that seems really quite innocent, but has a major impact. So gently just kiss his lower lips, suck their tongue, kiss your neck and earlobe, and suck on your finger. Play around it. You know how to play around it, right? Number 16, massage your scalp. Now, this shouldn't turn into 1 hour massage. That's not the point. But this is a great move while you kiss or straddle and grind him. But don't just scrape his head with your nails if you have that Cardi B kind of nails. That's not a turn on, it's a turn off. So what you need to do is just apply slight pressure on his scalp and push your fingers through his hairs, either from, the bottom up or top to the bottom. Then at the end, use your nails to lightly scratch his head. Lightly, just scratch his head. You will see goosebumps on his flesh if he's a really sensitive man. Number 17, keep your clothes on. Nothing drives the man wild like foreplay with clothes on. Of course, it's kind of like going back to high school days, but it was fun, humping in clothes. So instead of immediately getting naked or down to your undies, keep your clothes on for a longer period of time. Make him really work to take them off. You could hump in your clothes. It builds sexual tension. You could grind on him in your clothes. While it's even in his clothes, you could grind on him. Sooner or later, he won't be able to take it. And that's what's best about this foreplay idea. The anticipation, the longing, the yearning. That's it. That's the drill. Number 18, rub his thighs. The thighs are an area that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it is highly arousing. Highly arousing. Highly. Imagine you as a woman, your man kisses your thighs. It's highly arousing. And you know what? His thighs are close to his joystick. So rubbing them is a huge teaser. You're teasing him. So rub them gently or firmly, getting all the way up and in, but don't touch his joystick yet. You're building anticipation. This is one of the best foreplay moves for men that will drive him crazy. This is one of the best foreplay moves for men that would drive him crazy. Number 19, eye contact. I would never talk about foreplay without me putting in eye contact. Eye contact works wonders. And of course, many people feel intimidated by eye contact because it's so intimate. However, eye contact is highly arousing, especially when both of you are completely in a moment and into each other. Just look at him while you talk dirty to him or when touching yourself. The point is, keep your eyes on him while arousing him. It only makes him more aroused. I love eye contact, but sometimes it can be really intimidating and it can make me shy. Number 20, really get into it. You can't be doing foreplay and you're not into it. Because one of the ways to give your man the hottest sex ever is to get into it. Show him you're all about his pleasure by being vocal, maintaining eye contact, and letting him see that you're having a good time on his body, with his body. Use flirtatious glances and let him know his joystick rocks your world. His mola rocks your world. His rod of Moses rocks your world. His pistol rocks your world. According to my people, his brocos rocks your world. These names that I give this joystick are usually very crazy and funny to the ears. So let him know that his joystick rocks your world, that every touch is sensational, and let him know just how badly you want to make him come hard. And I certainly wouldn't recommend you faking it for the sake of your man. But when you're giving him the hottest sex ever, it isn't going to hurt your pride to put on a sexy show for your man. Okay? Okay? Put on a sexy show. Number 21, let's talk about tainted love. This is one of the foreplay moves for men that looks like a little bit of taboo for some. The taint refers to the perineum, the space between, his bum and, his genital. I've talked about it time and time again. It's a very sensitive area. It's a very sensitive area when you stimulate it for men. Not all women are going to be into this one, but it's definitely something to try if you really are looking to spice up things in the bedroom with your man. Try it. Just try it and see how your man reacts. And come and tell me that, oh, he didn't like it. Simply just drop lube on your fingertips and gently circle it around the area behind his ball and his butthole. This is his ball. This is his, rectum, or I like to call it rectum. And this is a space here. Stimulate it with your hands. If you're not keen to get your fingers down there, which I don't know why, you can always use a light vibrator on that area while you're stimulating his joystick by other means, maybe your mouth or something. He would love the dual pleasure happening down there. Number 22, do all of these things unexpectedly. Now, if you've been having sex with the same person for a long time, it will start to feel monotonous. It will feel like a routine. Albeit mind-blowing guaranteed orgasms, but still a little routine for the two of you. So instead of hopping into the same pattern, try spicing it up. Take a shower and go into his office in a slutty little outfit. Surprise him by wearing a dress without panties on while you're out in public, like I said earlier, and have him discreetly feel how wet you are. Give him a sexy surprise while he's driving. Have morning sex, have shower sex, have sex anywhere but in your bed. Spontaneity is extremely arousing for men, okay? Number 23, text your foreplays to him. So if your plan is that you're going to give him the hottest sex ever when he gets home, why not let him know ahead of time? Sexting doesn't have to end with topless photo of you floating around, cyberspace for all eternity. Sometimes simplicity is best. So start by saying something like, you and I are going to have a little fun later on, and, finish off with a picture of your sexy panties laid out on his pillowcase. A sultry piece of lingerie hanging on a doorknob. Or just get down to business by texting him a photo of a bottle of lube. Whatever your method is, he's going to love the message and he's going to get it right away. Number 24, strut and strip. Men love a good show. So why not put on your favorite strip-worthy tune and give him something to think about later. Tell him you can look, but he cannot touch, as you're slowly disrobing yourself and you're doing it temptingly with a dance for your man. Number 25, put your twin towers in his face and put your nips in his mouth. Guys love boobs. This is a simple fact of life, darling. So why not embrace it in your hottest ever foreplay routine? Sit on him like you're going to mount him and rock your hips against his joystick while you're tantalizing him with your babies. Just move your boobies across his face back and forth and let him try to get his tongue to catch one of your nips. And before you know it, he will be in titty heaven with his foreplay moves for men. Number 26, use toys for men. It is not only women who are entitled to having fun with your sex toys. There are toys for men, okay? So why not just try using a sex toy on your man to really give him the hottest foreplay ever? See, I can tell you for a fact that some naughty male sex toys include a vibrator slide along his, joystick or under his balls. And then you also have like prostate massages, you have cock rings, you have naughty joystick massages as well too. So go to where they sell these toys and invest properly in toys for men. All right? Toys for men. And these things will always help improve, amplify your sex life. That's basically it. All right, then. This is where we wrap it all up until I come your way. When I come your way tomorrow, okay? Same time, maybe. Know that I love you and God loves you best. Mwah. Don't you forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell to be the first to get all of my content here on this channel. Okay? Bye.